Imagine C as an ancient obelisk, solid, enduring, yet cracked in places. This programming language has stood the test of time, but questions remain. Why is C still used today? Where does it live in our modern world? Today, we explore why C refuses to die. Let's dive into the foundations of one of programming's most persistent languages. C was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the 1970s, built for system-level programming on Unix. It was designed for performance and portability from the ground up. According to the TIOB Index for September 2025, C holds the number 3 position with approximately 8.65%. From its origins in the 70s to today's rankings, C has maintained remarkable staying power. This consistent high ranking tells us something important about C's enduring relevance, but popularity alone doesn't explain why C refuses to disappear. C lives at the heart of operating systems and kernels, powering the foundation of computing. From Linux to Windows, C code runs at the most fundamental levels. In embedded systems and firmware, C dominates with usage rates around 60 to 80% according to embedded system surveys. These constrained environments demand the precise control that C provides. Critical low-level libraries depend on C: drivers, network stacks, and system interfaces. The infrastructure that connects our digital world runs on C foundations. Even compilers and interpreters for other languages are often written in C. The PyPL index confirms this widespread adoption across development tools. This ubiquity isn't accidental. It reflects fundamental strengths that keep C relevant: performance, predictability, and control. These are C's core strengths that maintain its TIOBE ranking of 8.65%. C gives programmers direct control over memory and system resources. Portability across architectures means C code can run virtually anywhere. Write once, compile everywhere, a promise C has kept for decades. The large legacy codebase represents billions of lines of battle-tested code. Toolchains and compilers are already mature, refined by decades of development. Deterministic behavior in constrained environments makes C irreplaceable for critical systems. Low overhead means maximum efficiency where every byte and cycle counts. These strengths explain C's continued high ranking, but they don't tell the whole story. Memory safety issues plague C. Buffer overflows and use-after-free errors create serious vulnerabilities. These aren't just theoretical problems, they're the source of real-world security breaches. The OpenSSF Memory Safety Continuum asserts that memory safety issues are behind approximately 70% of vulnerabilities in organizations like Microsoft and Google. Microsoft and Chrome data confirms this. 70% of security defects stem from memory safety failures. A CISA report reveals that 52% of critical open source projects contain memory unsafe code, with 55% of lines of code in those projects being memory unsafe. The difficulty of preventing errors in large code bases multiplies these risks exponentially. The costs of debugging and hardening C code continue to mount. Every day, security teams battle the consequences of these fundamental weaknesses. With 8.65% market share, 70% of security issues, and 55% of critical code being memory unsafe, we face a genuine paradox. The obelisk stands strong, but its cracks are widening. Is replacing C actually feasible? What should learners and coders do today? What are the alternatives? Replacing C outright would mean rewriting billions of lines, breaking compatibility, risking performance, and recertifying safety-critical systems costs in the billions and delays of decades. That's why incremental reinforcement is far more realistic than demolition. As difficult as it might be, we would want to look into this for the long term, due to the issues we've noted before and how widely it's used in underlying systems. Remember those TIOB rankings and memory safety stats. Rust, Go, and Zig all offer safer or simpler alternatives to C, while safe subsets like Misra, C, CertC, and tools such as Checked C or static analyzers aimed to make C itself less dangerous. Together, these represent two strategies: build new monuments with modern languages, or reinforce the old obelisk with guardrails. Hybrid models use FFI to connect safer languages like Rust to existing C code, already seen in the Linux kernel, Android, and Firefox. This lets organizations improve safety without rewriting billions of lines, effectively layering new structures on top of the old obelisk. Using OpenSSF's memory safety continuum can also help, which promotes incremental adoption of memory-safe languages or abstractions. OpenSSF's memory safety continuum frames memory safety as a spectrum, from unsafe C, C++, to fully safe languages like Rust. The realistic path forward is incremental compiler hardening, coding standards, and Rust modules. OpenSSF's compiler options hardening guide for C, C++, and multiple memory safety studies from CISA and others. These recommend using hardened compiler flags, static analysis, and safe coding standards as practical steps, shifting steadily towards safety rather than replacing C outright. Together, they show how industry is reinforcing C while cautiously adding safer layers. Despite some of the security concerns and efforts to replace it, a lot of core code, as we have seen, still uses C, and replacement efforts will rely on developers' knowledge of legacy code. With that in mind, does that mean you should learn C? If you're aiming at embedded systems, operating systems, performance-critical software, or reverse engineering, then yes, C is still essential. For web or app development, it's less urgent, but understanding C gives valuable insight into how computers really work. Learn C to grasp the fundamentals of how software and hardware interact, but pair that knowledge with safer languages like Rust or Go, and modern security practices to stay effective in today's landscape. Use C but with awareness, tooling, and testing. Remember that memory, safety, risk data, and how prevalent C is in critical open source software. C is not going away soon, its foundations are too deep, but the future is about safer languages, better tooling, and incremental adoption. Be aware of both its strengths, weaknesses. If you code, you should know C, its risks, and use modern practices. Maybe pick up Rust, Go, or any of the other alternatives. What are your opinions on C and its merits and dangers? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in another techie video. If you like this video, watch this video here for more tech talk.